Hello Summoners, this is Augusta Caesar here with,
30 seconds
what was it called? Project Platinum and Beyond. There we go. Shit. So here we go. So, tell my team where I want to start. Communication odds very good. Do my red. And then we go move on to blue. And here we are going to do that and get first blood. So this is, I'm just going to fast forward through most of this since we've been through this before. Waste a little time here. Give Udyr off. So here, Udyr does really well early game, but not so well in the late game, except just as a tank. So I realize I'm not gonna do a lot of damage, so I don't try to buy any damage. So here we go. Just to do some clears, and so in this game, it was actually my first rank game as Udyr. I can't really explain why I picked Udyr over anybody else. I just didn't want to pick Xin Zhao. I feel as though I didn't want to pick Xin Zhao, and so I just didn't pick him. And I know Udyr is pretty strong. Udyr's certainly not weak. And here I end up taking too long and we die. Udyr's certainly not weak, and so I ended up picking Udyr for this game. And maybe someone with a little more damage would have been better, but Udyr was alright. Face check that, live. No problem. No fear. Clear this up. So here I did pretty well during the laning phase. I believe I only got a few ganks off. I actually got a couple counter ganks off, which is pretty good. Counter ganks also another skill. And so counter ganking is just really good. Counter ganking is just really catches people off and they just really get wrecked. Kill that Renekton. So counter ganking, very strong. Gonna do some clears. Smack the turret a little bit. And I believe this is where I die, so let's go back and see why I died here. So here, I take a lot of damage. I end up tanking tower a little too much. And Cassidy shuts me down. So I was 3 and 2. Caitlyn ends up face tanking a little too much, going too deep, and dies for it. Not very good. So we're in the lead, but that just gives them the advantage. So here I'm going to try to make some plays and poop on this guy. Get my red buff back. Renekton comes in, peels us off the turret. Okay. And then we take dragon. Pretty good. I time it. Go meet up with my bear friend here. Slap him a little bit. He blows ghost, which is fine with me. Go back. I believe get giant spout. So I believe I'm going for random in this game because of Renekton and Ezreal. But I believe I got a little late, so let's see where that goes. So so no one's at this turret. Kind of take it for free. So I thought. Orianna gets it really gets engaged on. It really goes in. I really don't want to fight in a tower. I just want to take it down. So I end up tanking it a little too long. I screw up Orianna's ult. That was kind of my fault. Take the tower. Finally. I really didn't want to fight in a tower. So, and I believe I end up dying here. No, I don't. Oh. Always live, never die. So Orianna's ball does really well with Udyr's passive, which gives him bonus. Bad deck. Bad passive. You don't say. Okay. Well, learn something new every day. Okay, clear this a little bit. I know where Cassidy is. No reason to be afraid to farm. Afraid of dying. So here, what do I buy? I buy Wriggles because I need to sustain in fights. I'm not really surviving as long as I'd like, so I buy Wriggles just for hell of it. And get myself a little damage. So here, ward it. We try to force a Baron, or force them into positioning for Baron. Take out top tower, and then backing away. But here, we screw up a little bit. Here's where position became a problem. I shouldn't have chased Cassidy. But my team also shouldn't have fought. If Cassidy jumps over the wall, it's 4v5. I don't know which way to run, and so I don't want to flash over the wall to get to a losing team fight. So I try to get here as fast as I can. I try to peel off a Caitlyn as much as possible. ends up dying. I try to bear people in the face. I get flipped back in the team. I realize I'm probably not going to live at this point. Caitlyn goes the wrong way. I see that this way is definitely the wrong way. Wrong neighborhood. So Udyr ends up going my target. Nothing I can do for him, and we all end up losing the team fight. So we are still ahead, but we are throwing the game in a number of ways. I knew where these guys were going, so I wasn't afraid to farm this. So might as well farm it before I take it. Go back. What do I buy? I buy Home Guard because we need to defend our base more, and they are split pushing a little too much. So they killed Dragon. Oh, just killed it. So I timed it, and I believe I timed it, and they just killed it. So picking Baron, I don't think Baron's a very good idea right now. I'm not sure if we can still win a fight. Don't want to risk it. So here is another component of team fighting or playing solo queue. You don't want to take objectives you have to fight for. Here, try to go on Cassidon, just scare him away. Slap this guy in the face, he's doing a lot of damage, and then I realize this guy's here. So I slap him in the face, slap in the face some more, and he dies. So very good peel on our part. It was a 1 for 1, but did we get 2? No, we don't get a 2. Do some damage to that turret. And then, so at this point, when you take this first turret and there's still someone dead, you want to go for their buffs. So this buff is gone and this buff is gone, but fine, we didn't know that. But we take buffs, you push lanes, it's something better than trying to push the tower and then getting caught out. So you really want to try to take as many objectives as you can without having to put your team or yourself in danger. So free objectives basically is how I like to play the solo queue. And how I like to play all my games. I like to take free objectives. I don't want to have to fight for anything I don't have to. The more objectives, the more advantages I get, I put myself ahead of the enemy team without having to risk dying for it, then that's the best for me. So I accidentally take blue buff there. Kind of junk, but alright. Cooldowns are okay on Udyr, I think. More shields. So we have no idea where they are at this point. I just ward here, make sure they don't try to like cheese us, like all go in one bush and five-man face check it. So here I clear bottom. I'm Udyr, so I'm not scared. I have blue buff. I'm not concerned if they try to take Baron. Let's see, where am I at this point? I am here. So I'm peeling these guys off Caitlyn. Caitlyn has 3 items. She's pretty strong right now. I want to peel them. So here, I believe, I'm not sure if we win this fight or not, but we peel. Do quite a bit of damage. And let's see, we do have an Aegis, they do have an Aegis, but we are ahead of gold right now, so Ezreal ends up making Renekton take the bullet for him, the scumbag. So here, I go in, me and Aurelia are going a little too hard at this point. They said they were peeling somebody off of Caitlyn, but who is there to peel off of Caitlyn? They should have been with the team. But when you make a mistake like this, when you go in and your team doesn't follow up, that doesn't make it your team's fault. That kind of makes it your fault. It's not, although me and Aurelia went in, it's not Caitlyn, Orianna, or Tarek's fault that they didn't follow us. It's our fault that we didn't stop after they didn't go in. So we should have that kind of awareness to not do those things. So Caitlyn ends up pushing this. I don't know why these two split away from Caitlyn with 3 people alive still yet. I don't know why they don't group as 3. It was 3v3, now it's 2v3 or 2v5. They're all up now. So a little bit of miscommunication, misdirection, whatever you want to call it. So here, push this some more. I'm really not scared to try to go for Baron again. And here, face check it. They're not doing it. I was getting ready to smite it. Always check your smite damage. My smite damage does 910 right now. Just clear this some more. So we don't want to force a Baron. We kind of lost a couple team fights. They are getting pretty close into our lead because we have been dying needlessly. So here I have Randu. I'm starting to work on my Randuins. Pushing them in. See, so here, let's go back and watch that again. This Messiah level bait. This Messiah level bait, man. Now I'm not saying I fell for it, but so this guy goes in and Zanya's and does a zillion damage to her, this Orianna. Orianna gets picked off. Now it's instantly 45. I don't want to run the same way as them because I don't want them to follow up, so I end up splitting them off. So that's very good. So I realize I'm probably going to die at this point. I'm trying to run away from them. Flip me back into them. Try to run away. Lead them into some bear traps. But I end up getting taken down. So whatever. But at least it made it easier so that they weren't all here. So I kind of stalled them a little bit. So this is kind of what I wanted to do. So I saw Caitlyn running this way. I'm Udyr. If I could have gotten away, I would have gotten away. So I know that if I could. And so here something dumb happens. It's kind of throwing the game. Pretty disappointed at this part. I did really well the early game. I went 4-2 or 3-2. Got a lot of kills. So we know it's here if they're going for Baron. So we go in as soon as we can. What do we do? So we see they're doing it. They killed. They beat Baron. I was thinking about flashing over the wall, but I really didn't want to do that. So here I'm almost certain that we lose the game. Until they blunder a little bit. So here we go in. I flash. I slow him. My Randuin. Slap him a little more. This shut down this Leona. Wow, she had a spree. Must have had 3 kill spree. So kind of getting back in the game. They do have Baron. Now they're in the lead. So we're the ones who are behind. Yep, doing a little trick 2G. Doing a little dancing. So here, dragon's up, we take it, why not? So again, another giant's about. Since Cassidy is pretty much the only form of magic damage, I don't want to really get a bulk work as early. I want to keep it as Aegis. They got a bulk work, I guess, because our Orion does a lot of magic damage. I do magic damage, makes sense. Kind of push this back out. I think I get a Sunfire Cape with this. So here is another really bad fight. So here I charge into the team. I see Ezreal here, and I jump on him. I slap him. So now I notice that everyone's over here, but Ezreal's here. So at this point I realize the best I can do is peel Ezreal. So I try to run away from him. He does a little too much damage to me. And I die from his red buff.
Unstoppable. Purple team double kill.
So at this point, we're behind in gold. Taking towers, we're even more behind. 1 inhib down. I believe a 2nd inhib down. Pretty disappointed in this game at this point. So I'm trying to think about what we can do to get ahead. We definitely can't let them take the next Baron. And we definitely can't let them take another tower inhib. So we're trying to do our best that we can. Let's see what I build. I get 5 wards because if they're going to go on our base, we need to ward up. So this is why I decide, and I put all these wards in as many places as I can. Put them in lane, put them in jungle, so that we can push these lanes out. So if we ward this side, we can kind of make sure that we don't get ganked. So let's see what happens here. I believe the game turns a little bit around this part. So another Messiah level initiate. And where am I? I am here. So I see that they're on Aurelia. I try to help her go on Ezreal. Try to peel for my Caitlyn. I see Leona's over here. I kind of get a little distracted. And so here we're going to go and help Aurelia. Aurelia dies. So I'm trying to get every stun proc I can. Put on my shield. Dilute a little bit of damage. I'm going to turtle stance. Stun Ezreal. Stun him. Go on him more. Stun him some more. Go on this guy. Takes a long time to go down. Gets gunned down by Caitlyn. Okay, so here we're in a team fight. Great. We're getting back in the game, but we lost a Nexus turret. And so at this point, I'm really unsure whether or not we win this game. So I just have to push more. So having to split push more, I'm thinking about getting a Sunfire Cape, finishing my bulk work, kind of getting to my end game build. So I'll try to push this lane out as much as I can. Ward it up again. Baron's up. I tried to look for Baron timer, couldn't find it, but Baron came up anyway. When the enemy takes Baron, it's very important after losing a team fight, or if you, after whenever, to just know when Baron's coming up. So here, you donate blue, or I believe I take it because Oriana's not in position. And we get into another fight. And I'm pretty disappointed at this point. I'm not sure if we win another fight. Come in here, Cassian's here, slapping on him. Aurelia dies. Oriana's getting jumped on. She uses her Zanyas. We're dealing with Udyr. So I'm not sure if we win this fight anymore. Boom, gun down. And this Ezreal gets level 2 overzealous, trying to take all 3 of us without his team, so we kill him. 3-4-2. So we're slowly getting back into this game. We lose another turret. So we have all 3 inhibitors open. So what do I build here? How much money do I have? I believe I have 1600 gold. Push these lanes out. So whenever your base is getting pushed in, you want to push it out as much as possible. Push it out as hard as possible to delay the enemy team from coming in. Delay enemy pushes. So here I'm going to push top lane some more. It's warded up, not scared. Put a warded Baron again. After all those wards I bought, and get a Sunfire Cape. I'm really only afraid of their attack damage. So here, we decide to do Baron, I think. So we try to bait them out to do it. Let's kind of shield their damage. I'm not sure, I don't remember what happens at this point, but let's see. Oh, I forgot my Sunfire Cape aggro's Baron. And so I just started doing it. I think we saw someone's bottom. Let's go back a little bit. Nope, so I saw top was pushing, so that was good. Top was pushing, their jungler went up there. That was really bad of them. So jungler was up there, and so he just slowed it down. So at this point, Volber's coming back down. I'm watching it, and Shazam, I smite it. So there, I think I win my team the game at this point. I was put under a lot of pressure, but you just stay calm. You try to take Baron. You can do it. So here, I see that there are 2 people here. I'm just gonna delay them because I'm here by myself. If I can peel 2 people, that's excellent. So as a tank, if you have to force them to peel for their AD carry, if you force people to separate from their team, and so here, this is really good. I zoned these guys out the entire fight. They couldn't do anything. And so here, I believe, do we get Ezreal? No, but we do get Leona. So I played pretty well, and I was in the last team fight. Ended up zoning Leona and Ezreal from our team. So Leona couldn't really peel Leona couldn't really engage on our Caitlyn or our AP and AD carry. And I did a good job zoning the support and the AD carry, so we ended up winning that fight pretty handily.
Purple team's inhibitor has been destroyed.
So at this point, I kind of want to take top, except everyone's up, so we try not to do it. Take blue for myself because Oriana got her own blue, I believe. And we go back and we finish our bulk work. So this is about as many items I'm gonna get this game. Get a Negatron just for Kassadin. Had a lot of money. Team ends up fighting, and we pick off Leona because she was out of position. She tried to ward.
Purple team's turret has been destroyed.
So I guess these wards kind of helped us out. So if you're ever behind late game, buy a lot of wards. So here we get a little crazy, go a little too ham. I'm trying to peel Ezreal, trying to peel everybody. Glad I don't die. We peel Ezreal some more, slap this guy in the face a little bit. Nexus is open. Up, lag a little bit, run into fountain, whatever. And we have so many minions, they ended up finishing off the Nexus for us. So that was a pretty hard team fight, to be honest. That was a pretty hard game. In general, if I hadn't smoked this Baron, I don't know how we would have won the game. We did a good job pushing out our lanes, and eventually one good team fight, and we won the game. So that's it for this episode.